Don't fall asleep.
I feel like we're at one of those turning points that will not be of benefit to us.
Oh my Lord. As for your neighbour who was peeping through the window, we have cameras everywhere. It looks like we are finally about to embark on our Patreon only porn. It's not going to be successful.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead.
Imagine like two porn with just the other people just sitting on the edge of the couch, just like,
Oh, no. Just Gogglebox horror.
yeah.
Yeah.
Flip out my phone. Just
Because the problem is, we are now, 140 episodes in?
Are we?
Something like that.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So that's 3 years almost.
It is not.
It is, yeah. We do 3 years in October.
We do no.
Yeah.
You make it sound like a prison sentence.
No, so 3 years, people have not known what we sound like. This is like when radio, when television first came in and all the radio stars like disappeared because suddenly people could see them and they're just like, oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah, no.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't think he looked like that.
What? That's like I object because pretty much before every recording that we've done over the last, you're saying 3 years, I say it's been 3 months. I might have had some head injuries. Time means nothing to me.
Sponsored by Jim Beam.
But shit. Before every episode, you're always like, oh yeah, no, I'm going to get the cameras out and we're totally going to record this and we're totally going to, and then never, ever record them. So I'm in that stage. I'm just in the relationship with this podcast. I've just given up. I've got my sweatpants on. And what happens today? Cameras everywhere. If I actually knew, I would have, got beautiful.
Does that involve a painting in your attic that ages?
I was going to say, I'm literally going to come back as Gozer.
Because I wore a hat.
Yes.
I wore a hat and a novelty shirt that you gave me.
Yeah.
Which I wore to pick up my son from school today.
What more could we possibly give or do?
No.
This is the most, I got to admit, I had a shower, and this is the most I have done for another human being in quite a long time.
So this is why you're single. This is your level. I had a shower. Doctor.
No, excuse me. I am single because I choose to be single, all right?
I don't doubt that.
I am...
Hygiene is a choice. It really is. Says the guy wearing a novelty American-sized T-shirt about buttholes and aliens.
Yeah, exactly. You can't judge me, whatever.
Only God can judge me. And it's going to be like an episode of Judge
No, but
Judy.
you're an atheist, so not even God can judge you. Who judges you? Who judges the atheist?
Other atheists.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe it's some bullshit we have to end up judging yourself.
Oh, no.
Yes, and you are your worst critics.
I really am.
Sucked in.
That's because 3 years we haven't had cameras on us. It's a strange coincidence. I bought a hat.
Oh my God, yeah. Who knew?
Suddenly we've got cameras on us.
Oh my Lord. Okay, but can we talk about...
Yes.
Can we talk about, okay, this is, and I think the most exciting news, we have to give shout outs to everyone out there. Well, not everyone, because not everyone did it, but everyone who got on board. There has, for people, the 5 people who have been following this podcast.
Yeah.
You've sat with us as we've got so very excited. Remember that first time we came in 74 on the charts, on the Good Pod charts?
That's right, yeah.
And we were like, oh my God, let's pop this.
Was 74 our debut?
It was something like that.
Yeah,
it was sort of, we crashed on and we were just like, oh my God, this is like the greatest moment of our life. Launch a Patreon immediately. This is, oh my God, we've over Rogan.
Yeah.
And then we've slowly been climbing up the charts. So then we made the top 10 and we're just like, oh my God. Then we made the top 3.
Yeah.
Then we were sitting at number 2 on independent true crime charts.
Yeah.
On Good Pods. And we were like, oh my God, it's so close. We can taste it. And on the ones where we include everyone, we were 3rd behind Dateline. Fuck off, Dateline. Whatever.
NBC's Dateline.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the true crime.
So we're second on the independents, and we put out the call for Good Pods, oh my God, we're so close, we can taste it, and bless it. we were like, this is the time to binge Gabbin on the Woods. Like, let's get us to number one. So shout out to the costume creator and Alyssa and Candy Dandy. Louise, everyone got behind her. And we were like, oh my God, we made the push for it. And you know what happened?
What happened?
It happened! Number one! Even though I'm holding two fingers. Number one! Number one! Number one! We made number one! For a day! And then we slipped back down the charts to number three. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
For a brief, beautiful moment in time,
Yeah.
you and I were number one on the independent true crime podcast. Fucking woo!
There's a non-alcoholic cheers to that.
Well, half non-alcoholic.
Half non... what?
No, I'm alcoholic.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Finally, I've got you to admit it.
Oh, my God.
This whole thing was an elaborate ruse. I finally got you to admit your problem.
You're the only person I know whose brain works worse without alcohol.
Me too.
When you were on alcohol, you were high functioning. Sober, fucking...
I had a career when I was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I had a really good career.
I know. As soon as you stop drinking, fucking crash and burn, mate. Crash and burn.
This whole thing was a ruse just to get you to admit you have a problem. Good Pods doesn't exist. These aren't even plugged in. We've been doing this for 3 years.
Oh my God. It's all of this because I accidentally took a bottle of bourbon to work yesterday.
Who do you work for?
It's not the point.
Who do you work for?
No, because, okay.
Who do you work for?
Because I was coming over here and then I left and then I just went to work the next day and didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I sat down at my desk and I just opened my bag theatrically, as I do, because everything is theatrically. And there was just this full bottle of Jim Beam bourbon just on the top of my bag at 9:01 a.m. Just like, welcome to work, everybody. Good day, good day.
Now, I'm not going to totally generalize here, but you know, those things you get at county fairs where you have to guess how many jelly beans are in a jar, or you have to guess how heavy the fat guy is, or how many sheep are in a pen.
Will you guess how many drinks in she is
No,
at 9:01?
most people, and I'm guessing most people, would be able to recognise the added weight of 700 mils of bourbon and glass in their handbag.
No, but see, that's because you're a man. Okay? No, because you don't generally have a hand this is my handbag. This is the lightest, my handbag
You got
has
fucking
been
drill bits in there and a spanner?
in months. Yeah, you don't understand. And I'm a prepper, so I'm prepped for everything. I've got this, I've got 1, 2, I have 3 purses. I've got anti-inflammatory sunglasses, work pass, cables, keys, tissues, receipts for 20 years ago, hand sanitizer, pens,
Hand sanitizer, as you call it,
earphones.
afternoon tea. 12 o'clock somewhere.
TCG, man.
I'm Fiona O'Loughlin.
But this is and they're and phone. So, I'm prepped for the apocalypse at all times. I usually have some cat treats in here.
All I see is you've got 3 wallets and a bottle of bourbon.
Packet of tissues.
I don't think the tissues is going to tip the weight over.
Oh, and I had some vitamins. So
All I'm saying is that if that was the guess what's in this bag, Secret Sound radio thing, and most people picked it up and it went slosh, 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 they'd go, I reckon there's a fucking bottle of bourbon in this handbag.
no, but then I've also got my lunch and all my snacks and one sad little
Do
mandarin.
they slosh?
I slosh.
Just for the sake of Foley, hold it up next to the camera. We might get endorsed out of this. And shake it. Okay. It either sounds like you're carrying a bottle of bourbon or you're going to an Antifa rally, and that's your firecracker.
I have a very small bladder. All right, have you never heard me run? This is me running.
What are you doing to my microphone?
It's the same sound.
What are you doing? No, it's not. You just Harvey Weinsteined my microphone. You fucking rub that on your...
Oh, you're so fun. There you go for our Patreon only episode.
Yeah, the fucking ASMR of a Shure SM58 being rubbed on a Catwoman's cooch.
Oh, you're such a... Yeah, exactly. Rub it and they will come.
That's Actually, quite factual. Rub it, and they will come.
Oh my God, there's our next bit of merch.
Hey, merch.
Hey! Oh my God.
Non-alcoholic gin and tonic.
Oh, we are the king and queen of merch. Seriously, we've got to actually start making merch.
I'm going to do sex ed in kids' schools. Just come in there. I've got a hat now. I can put it backwards. I can sit down on the chair backwards like a cool teacher and just go, listen to me, kids.
I think this is literally how Weinstein got started. Well, now I have a hat.
The one thing I can tell you, for all my years of experience, boys, if you rub it, they'll come. Hand goes up.
Oh my God. And for ladies, it's not always if you rub it. For a start, like, don't rub it. It's more like a gentle, like, massage. Like, you're just
I'm not talking about trying to sand.
putting out the wick.
I'm not talking about trying to sand body filler off a fucking Kingswood.
Because you've never had a man try to get you off.
How do you know?
It's like they're trying to fucking, like, sand a boat down there.
That's what I mean.
I'm not a bit. You're trying to start a fire, mate.
Just smack him away. Not like that, Ryobi. Mr. Ram, fucking 180 grit. What are you doing? That's not how you get porn, vag.
Oh my God.
Labiaplasty from Bunnings. Get it nice and smooth.
Literally, if men had their way, oh my God, that's how we make our millions. Like, something that will stimulate, like, a woman's clitoris, but present it in the form, like, get it made by Makita. So it's something that they can just, like put on, like, you know, like another accessory, like the Makita. You know, you get all the different attachments. Just the Clip 1000. And then men would be like,
that's at least a 2000. That's a 2000.
You know what? At this stage, our standards are so fucking low.
Oh, honestly, if they made a dildo by DeWalt, the tool company, men would buy them. Oh, check it out. Look, it's got the interchangeable battery pack. I can use it to pleasure my wife or cut fucking drywall.
I mean, are you not for the fucking wife? The wife wouldn't get a look in. All the fellas would be down the shed fucking sitting on it.
There is...
turning their wood at the other end.
There is a potential episode in this.
What? Not just things up the butt.
No, people that have misappropriated power tools for intimacy.
Ah.
Yeah, and like, of course, homemade things never work, but probably
like babies.
Ugh. Can you imagine if you came home and your partner had made a dildo? Like they just turned it up in fucking. Oh, I bought a lathe. What are you doing out the back there? Is that a chair leg? No.
All I just know is it just centers around a lot of duct tape. It's men. It's going to involve duct tape at some stage.
At some stage?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that bit from fucking Gran Torino. He pulls out the duct tape, the vice grips, and a can of WD-40. You can get most jobs done with this, boy. Yeah. I've dated some ropey fucking women who drive trucks. You can.
I resent being labelled a job. Oh, my God.
Sometimes it's a chore.
Oh, it's never a chore.
It's a blessing.
It should be a beautiful expression of love.
We both grew up in mining towns. We know that's not true. It's 5 minutes behind the bike shed in exchange for 4 cigarettes, is what it is.
We talked about this earlier today and why you would be the worst prostitute in the world because you would literally you were like the things that you would do for like fancy cars, and we were literally talking about some guy would just like show up in some hot rod and you'd just be like, oh, head jobs on me.
Like I said, I'd be the lips of the apocalypse.
See, this is why we're not Seth Rogen getting ahead, all right? It's you, all right?
I bought a hat. How is it my fault?
All I know is we've got to somehow get Elon Musk on and get him to like smoke some weed, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that episode?
No, because it was fucking Joe Rogan talking to fucking Elon Musk. I have a vagina. I'm not watching that.
Well, it's in no danger of being touched, rubbed, or otherwise sanded flat by those two.
Yeah.
So just watch it. Like, it's pure spectacle. It was so fucking good.
Really?
Really. Because up until that point, like, Elon Musk's value is the fact that he's a brilliant hype man. He's like the Flavor Flav of Wall Street. He is. It's like he's fucking
he's got as many kids as well.
He's batshit crazy. Obviously talks about slavery quite a bit. and is, apart from going, yeah, really doesn't have much of a function. Actually, that's not true. I fucking love Flavor Flav. But he gets on Rogan. And this is the first time, it's like the first time the Japanese people heard the Emperor's voice. It was after the surrender.
Yeah.
Because Elon Musk comes on there, this person who is just nothing but hype.
Yep.
And just massive build up, and he's a genius, he's a modern day Tesla. And he gets on the Joe Rogan podcast, and it becomes painfully clear within moments that he is a fucking idiot.
And he is literally just a byproduct of the system we've created. Yeah.
He's a canny investor, without a doubt. Like he parlayed a small fortune into an enormous one. But he did it through fucking dumb luck.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you seen what's happened to Twitter shares?
By the way, this non-alcoholic gin tastes like pine cones.
Oh my God, it's a free gift. Shut up and drink it. Grateful.
Good gin tastes like pine cones.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, I totally meant that.
Yeah. Not everyone drinks bourbon like a child.
Fucking cool-ass child.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway, what's your point?
I don't really have one.
Ah, okay.
It's just, there was, like, everyone talked about, like, the stock price on Tesla going through the floor.
Yeah.
Because he smoked a doobie on Rogan. No, it's because he fucking opened his mouth. It's not what he put in, it's what came out.
Yeah, I was going to say it was not the weed. Like, if he was smoking weed and was, like, sprouting scents, people would have been like, he really is Jesus.
Yeah, but no. No, because Rogan kept pushing it. It's worth checking out. Rogan kept pushing it. Like, what do you do day to day?
Yeah.
Down at Tesla. And he goes, oh, I don't know, like engineering. What do you mean by that? Just engineering. But he's like, yeah, but what are you doing?
Yeah.
I do engineering. It's like, no, tell me, like, are you working on a particular problem? Like,
Yeah.
And he's like, I just do engineering stuff. It's like, you do fuck all. You do fuck all. You impregnate people and hype yourself up.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's pretty much. You know what? On the opposite end of the scale of human beings, and let's talk about it, there are very few people that deserve to be rich and should be anywhere even close to a billionaire.
Yeah.
But there is only one, and I think we all know who it is. It is the one person who was on the lips of every single human being on Earth. It, of course, is Mr. Beast.
Yes.
Oh my God, everyone loves Mr. Beast, and everyone is talking about Mr. Beast. Even today, a thing popped up. Joe Rogan was like sitting there, just for just like 15 minutes going on about how much he loves Mr. Beast and how awesome Mr. Beast is and, how he's so generous and all his philanthropy and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like Mr. Beast, the new Messiah?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Like 100%. And the good thing is, I think Mr. Beast could be the thing that brings the world together, okay?
Yeah.
So it's like he's the reincarnate, I'm going to say it now, like I'm going to start our own conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Well, not conspiracy theory, but the theory Mr. Beast is the reincarnation of Jesus H. Christ.
Oh yeah, but it's Old Testament God mixed in. Because you've got all the philanthropy and curing sight.
Yeah.
But the very next episode is like, I paid 400 people to stand in a circle for 6 days. Will they live? Like what?
Well,
I paid a real assassin to chase me. What?
What? No, but you think like he's got like the little moustache. He's white. The Christians will get on board.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, finally, it's our man. It's a reincarnation, so we can get like the Buddhists on board. Okay.
Yeah.
He does so much. Like half of his videos are philanthropy, just giving like food and cars away. We've got the communists on board. Who out there is hating on Mr. Beast? No one.
It's really hard to understand the level of celebrity that this guy has developed. Jimmy, as he's really called.
Yeah.
He's gone from being a guy who used to play Minecraft videos.
Yeah.
To being arguably the most powerful celebrity on the planet.
Yeah.
Like he dwarfs Kardashians, everything like that. He makes so much fucking money.
Yeah.
He does an episode. It's only came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where he compares what a $1 boat is like to a $1 billion boat.
Oh my God, I love those episodes.
And he goes up through them incrementally.
Yeah.
Right? Him and his crew, they're super diverse. There's a trans person in the crew. Like one of them's queer. One of them's got like step kids.
Oh my God, I love Chandler so much because he never wins.
Yeah. But they're going through these different boats. They get into like the $250 million yacht.
Yeah.
And just as fucking furniture, they've got Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
He still smells like Kim Kardashian's pussy. He's that famous, right? And they're like, oh, Pete Davidson's over there. And he's like, hi. And they just walk past him. Like, fucking who cares? Pete Davidson, right? Arguably the most famous dude in the world.
Yeah.
From like the world of comedy.
Yeah.
Right now, who cares about that guy? They
Yeah.
just kind of walk around, look at some other stuff. Pete Davidson turns up. They're like, basically, shut the fuck up, Pete. Like, we're going to go to an even better boat.
Yeah.
He gets left. He gets left on this one. They go to another one. Tom Brady.
Yeah.
The quarterback.
Yeah.
Married to who? Giselle Bundchen or whatever her name is?
Yeah.
Like,
No, they've separated.
well, they have now, but at the time,
Yeah.
they get him and they get him to fucking dance like they're shooting at his feet. Basically, see if he can hit our drone with a football. He's like, yeah, okay. And they're like, get off our boat.
Also, they're not even the one, like, he recreated all of Squid Game, okay? He bought a chocolate factory so he could recreate, like, Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory.
Yeah.
And then was like, do you want a chocolate factory at the end of it?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no. Oh, okay. Do you want $1 million instead?
Unbelievable. His latest video, he crashes a fucking train
Yeah.
just for fun.
Just because it's Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
And if it was anybody else, I'd be like, that is ridiculous because it's Mr. Beast. You're like, oh my God, this is like amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Prediction, 5 years' time, we're going to be calling him President Beast.
oh my God, how good would the world be?
I don't know.
I think it would be lovely. I think he's going to bring us to the new world. I'm on board. I know for a fact that I'm just sitting around patiently waiting for Mr. Beast to give me a house because that's my only way into home ownership.
Do you really think that someone who is that good at hacking the algorithm and hacking our attention
Yes.
should be given any real political power?
Yes.
You're crazy.
No, because what's he going to do? What could possibly be worse than what we've had?
And
Than what we've got?
when he makes the actual Squid Games to get medical care because it gets
No,
views.
because it's Mr. Beast. Have you not seen the one where he gives everyone free eye surgery?
Oh my God, this guy from fucking Munich, he's amazing. He's given us all jobs. He's like created a car. The roads are heaps better. He drained that swamp. I mean, he doesn't like
Don't
Jews.
you dare make that comparison with Mr.
I'm
Beast.
just saying.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Don't mistake fucking being charismatic.
Don't you sully the word of our new Messiah, okay?
He's got Hitler basically means steel in German. Mr. Beast, he doesn't call himself Jimmy, does he?
No, see, this is it. This is the proof of the internet. As soon as you mention Hitler, this conversation is over.
I didn't mention Hitler. You're the one who said his name.
You mentioned Hitler.
I talked about a guy from Munich. And you knew who I was talking about.
Calm down, fucking Rogan. Do you want me to light your doobie?
By the way, use the code Gabbin in the Woods to get boner pill supplements.
You know what the sad thing is? I would love to get boner pill like endorsements. We're still not big enough to get boner pill unless you take one of our boner pills.
They're just a Mr. Beast vitamin with some fucking Ajax on the side.
Oh my God, now he sells candy. You know what I'm saying? I love him.
You know what the annoying thing is?
What?
I bought some of his candy.
Oh, was it good?
I don't know. It's for my son's birthday. Because he loves Mr. Beast.
Oh, well,
So I'm the dad that got his kid Mein Kampf, basically. But there's my prediction. Mr. Beast will be president and will be horribly, horribly revealed by who he really is.
No, and Mr. Beast
He'll be like one of the fucking aliens from V who just eats a rat on live TV and we're like, oh no, is that who he really is?
No,
Yeah.
no. Mr. Beast is going to become president, and he is the one that is going to bring us into a glorious age of love and free healthcare.
He's too good to be true. He's not Bill and Ted. He's not in Wild Stallions. He's a YouTuber.
He's just working on his strategies, man.
Okay, but President Beast is coming and he will take off his lizard fucking suit or put it his human suit and show his lizard underneath.
You shut up. You will not say anything bad about Mr. Beast, all right? That man has given me a house.
I'm going to put this on the internet and he's going to pay a fucking hitman to come and kill me because it's content.
I would laugh.
You would watch it, yeah.
I love his videos. I love it.
Or you masturbate with a power tool.
You know what? And he is so hypnotic. Like, I am so poor. Like, I don't have money for groceries. Do you know how much I have to actively, fight to, not just, subscribe and just be like, I don't care, take my money, you're lovely.
Yeah.
It's the power of Mr. Beast.
That is the power of Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Such a hater.
Because you're confusing fucking tax write-off capitalism as fucking philanthropy.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, he restored the sight of a bunch of kids. He adopted out a whole bunch of dogs.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe he could pay some fucking tax.
I'm sure he pays tax.
He might actually be the nicest guy in the world. I don't fucking know.
Oh my God, that's what I've been telling you. He is. He is.
See, I'm a laser beam guy. Yeet.
You know what? That is so weird. Talking about people being absolute beasts.
Yeah.
That totally brings us, would you believe, to the topic of this week.
No way.
I know. What are the chances?
Who'd have thunk it? 140 episodes in, we haven't had a format at all.
I know. Oh, my Lord. Okay, so this week is part 2 of our series on, if you haven't heard last week, run off, listen to it immediately, of Dr. Creamy.
Oh.
The Lambeth poisoner.
See, Mr. Beast, Dr. Creamy?
No. Just no. All right? No. You're jeopardizing my house, all right? Mr. Beast won't give me a house if you're going to be like this.
This is the sad state of capitalism, that you fucking actually have faith in a guy giving you a house before you can afford one.
That's my only way I'm ever going to get a house.
Or is it when we launch our Patreon? Yeah.
No, it's Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it's Mr. Beast, yeah.
Oh my god, then you would have like a house to hang your hat in.
Wouldn't that be nice? Instead of a bucket.
Oh my god, I can't even, my car is still at the mechanics. I can't even live in my car.
Aw.
I know. Oh my god. On a side note,
Yeah.
can I say that like we've always thought, and like we've always given you shit going, oh my god, your girlfriend is so hot, you're so like punching above your weight. Okay.
Yeah.
And then my car broke, and then your girlfriend was so lovely. I had to take one of my cats to the vet.
Yeah.
She's actually let me borrow her car for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
Mrs. Beast.
Yeah, I know, Mrs. Beast. So she lent me her car, which was, I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
That wasn't until I started driving her car.
Yeah.
And her music started playing in the car, and I realised, okay, she's the one punching above her weight. Fucking John Denver.
Not just any John Denver, because I fucking love John Denver. We're talking about the re-records after he lost the rights to his original recordings. So he made these re-records that are fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah.
They're so bad.
They are so fucking bad.
They're so bad.
They are so bad, and that's what I've been driving around. You're lucky I didn't drive into a cliff. But
I wanted you to, then we could buy a station wagon.
Oh, I had my cat on board.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
I'll lend you a Guantanamo Bay City Rollers CD for when you drive home.
Oh, you're trying to kill me. I really wish you wouldn't. Okay.
Back to what we do.
Dr. Creamy. Dr. Creamy. Now, from last week, just to give you a little bit of a... He's been to Canada.
Yes.
Molested some women. Aborted some babies. Committed murder.
When you say some babies, bit of a record setter. He's the Mr. Beast of abortions.
And then he fucked off.
Yeah.
And he went to America. And there he molested some women.
Yes.
Aborted some babies. Actually imprisoned...
Yes.
for one of his crimes, and then got a lot of money and paid to be released. And then he fucked off.
Yes.
And he has since fucked off where we left it. He has just arrived into London.
Into London.
Just on the heels of the Jack the Ripper murders.
Oh, really?
So this was basically, you had like Jack the Ripper, and then he arrived, I think, about between 2 to 3 years after the whole...
Yeah.
You know, Jack the Ripper situation.
So the hype had died down and people were ready for the sequel.
Well, had it died down though?
I'll tell you what though, this
like
guy's...
a prostitute in the night.
This guy's life is like an awesome game of Monopoly.
Oh.
Get out
3 stops aboard a baby.
Yeah, get out of jail. It's amazing. You inherit $100,000. Get out of jail.
God, his life really is Monopoly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Dr. Creamy, the Monopoly Deluxe Edition.
Oh yeah, they should sell that at like Smoke Mart.
Oh my God, and like the little things that like you could play at, instead of like a dog, you could get like the little aborted baby.
Oh.
Just like with the little coat hanger.
Oh God. With just some stairs. Just push it down that. There we go.
I'll play as the consumption.
Oh.
Oh my God. Call us, Hasbro. Call us.
Or at least have your lawyers do it.
They're not Disney. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he's just arrived in London. And that's the one. Do we need to do the quote from last week to set it up from someone who knew it? Do you want to read it this time in your...
Yes, in my English accent.
Okay, here we go with the... You see it there, woman?
Okay.
Just to set the picture of what he looked like when he arrived.
An acquaintance of Dr. Cream in London described him thus. Women were his preoccupation, and his talk of them was far from agreeable. He carried pornographic photographs, which he was ready to display. Jesus Christ, could you make more alcoholic noise? You fucking soak. That's a good action you've got there. You've got to make some money in the apocalypse with that wrist.
See, I choose to be single.
He was in the habit of taking pills, which he compounded with strychnine, morphia, cocaine, and of which effect he declared was aphrodisiac. In short, he was a degenerate of filthy habits and practices.
Ugh. To back it up, I've got a picture of him at his, when he moved to London.
At his peak, yep.
Would you like to see a picture of him?
I do, yeah.
All right. It's an actual photo.
What the fuck? Holy, he looks like the cross-eyed guy from The Waterboy, but a murderer. Yeah, what you got in there, boy? He's, oh.
And I looked at this picture and I was like, I wanted to tag it and be like, the evil Dr. Cream has his eye on you.
Oh.
And someone else at the opposite end of the bar.
He's a stereoscopic lizard.
I think this is why he never got caught, because he could watch the crops coming from every angle at the same time. He's like one of those fucking, what is it? You know, the chameleon. He's... Oh my God. Not that there's anything wrong with that whatsoever if you have a lazy eye, unless you're a bushy, mustachioed, serial killing bastard. Then then it's funny.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there he is, lurking around. Okay.
Yeah.
The streets of London, all bushy-eyed and bug-tailed. Dr. Cream arrived in London in 1891. London smelt good around that time.
Yeah, lots of horse and Thames and piss.
I thought you were about to say lots of whores and Thames and piss. Either way it works.
I wasn't about to be judgmental of sex work, which is real work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, put you in it now.
And moved into 103 Lambeth Palace Road.
Okay.
Which was a lie, because it wasn't a palace.
In London, shitty accommodation, never.
The area, would you know, known as a slum.
No.
Filled with poverty, petty criminals, and prostitutes.
You might call it Dickensian.
The 3 P's of 19th century real estate. Petty criminals, poverty, and prostitutes. Location.
Now remember, if you want to invest, you want to buy the worst brothel on the best street. Yes.
Within 2 days.
Okay.
So you think, so when you move, so you've moved from America to London. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not just something you just get on a plane and then you hop off.
No.
That is a long journey.
Yeah, so that's, especially in those days, you're on a steamer, that's a good couple of weeks.
And you know what it's like? It's bad enough if you just drive somewhere for a few hours. You get there, you're like, oh, I just want to have a shower. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Within 2 days, he was using the services of local prostitutes.
Long trip.
On October the 13th, 1891, Ellen Downworth, a 19-year-old prostitute, was found dead from strychnine poisoning.
Oh.
As an inquest began...
Yeah.
Now just remember, the past crimes of Dr. Cream. You think this, got away with murder. I'll just put my head down and not draw any attention to it whatsoever. The coroner received a letter from A. O'Brien, later revealed to be a pseudonym used by Dr. Cream, who said he could reveal the identity of the killer because the woman was in fact murdered for £300,000.
What the fuck? This guy's a fucking idiot.
So, I've killed a prostitute. No one's going to do anything about it because it's 19th century London and it's a prostitute and they don't look into things.
No. And I'm a doctor. I'm a respectable man. I think I might extort the government.
I might draw some attention to myself. They'll never see that coming. Surely someone who's committed the murder wouldn't be dumb enough to try to extort the government. Oh.
Wow.
Dr. Cream also wrote to a Mr. W.F.D. Smith, the successful owner of a collection of bookstores in the area.
Ah.
Dr. Cream, out of the blue, accused Mr. Smith of the murder and said he would only keep his silence if paid.
Okay.
Can you just imagine, so you literally just get a random letter in the mail that says, ooh, you see that person that's dead on TV? I'm going to tell everyone you did it unless you give me £300,000.
Not exactly. This guy's like Elon Musk.
Of his day.
Yeah. I mean, Elon Musk may not have murdered any sex workers, but they have the same level of business acumen.
1 week later, Matilda Clover, a 27-year-old prostitute, was found dead. The cause of death was listed as alcoholism.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to generalise, but it was London in the 1890s.
Well, that was just the level of police investigation and science.
Yeah.
No one considered that those two deaths were even remotely related.
Right.
Nothing would possibly draw or link those two prostitutes' death together at all.
Now, to be fair, if you were in the business of clumsily poisoning low socioeconomic British people, this is the time to be doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you are in the gin epidemic. You are literally in a time that fucking poets wrote about because society had fucking crumbled to the point where people were drinking themselves to death working in these dark satanic mills.
Also, I think if you were going to be a weird sex serial killer, 1970s America was the place to do it.
Yeah.
You hear all these stories of they would just frequently just find body parts on the side of freeways and just be add it to the pile.
Larry's at it again.
When they actually had all those serial killers that were all out operating at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if you were gonna kill prostitutes, this would have been your heyday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. So no one even thinks these two are related. That is, until Dr. Cream, under the pseudonym M. Malone, wrote a letter to a respected physician, William Broadbent.
Oh, no.
Again, claiming to have evidence of the man's involvement with the prostitute's death, and he could only be silenced with £25,000.
Wow.
No, he's learned something. His bribery amounts are getting more. He's
They're
gone
getting
from,
more manageable.
Yeah, it's come from $300,000 layaway. Oh, I'm gonna have to start buying the kids Christmas presents in March kind of payment to down to a sensible, more affordable payment.
Yeah.
So maybe he's getting smarter.
Yeah, he's smart enough to put it in writing and give them his own name. Yeah.
And he's used a pseudonym.
Oh, a pseudonym. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a handwritten letter, but it's a pseudonym. Broadbent then, what do you think his next move?
He went to the cops.
He literally went to the cops.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
He contacted the police. Broadbent contacted the police, who set in motion a plan to catch the blackmailer. When they showed up to collect the money, oh my God, it's actually the police of the time having a good plan.
Yeah.
However, no one was caught.
Oh, God.
So I think it was when, in Get Shorty, where those obvious cops are standing around watching the locker, and everyone's like, So no one collected the money.
No.
A short time afterwards, Dr. Cream fucked off to Canada,
No.
where he travelled to Saratoga and bought, the good old days. I'm just popping down to Walmart and bought 500 strychnine pills from a drug company.
Okay.
Dr. Cream then returned to London.
So is that carry on?
Yeah, if you can duty free that shit in the lounge. Duty free.
I would have loved to have seen Border Patrol back then. You've got your 500 tabs of strychnine, that's fine. I see you're trying to smuggle in an Asian person and give them rights. You can't do that.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about the Asian people bringing fish. You've actually just got Asian people in there.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah, 100%.
What have you come from the Antipodes with? Spices and something spicier.
Oh, look at his genitals. Oh. That's what I thought you meant by something spicier. I just assumed.
What, he's just got fucking crotchless chaps on?
It was 1890s.
It was a steamy trip.
Yeah. You know. On the 2nd of April.
Fine.
When you're a doctor, you could do those things in 1819 London.
Yes, that's
You
true.
just be like, oh, this is medicinal. I have a note.
I wrote it myself.
I have to get some air on it.
I prescribed myself some cocaine and morphia.
As you can see, I've got leeches, and the leeches need to breathe.
Dick leeches. Imagine getting an STI back then and getting dick leeches. Oh.
Imagine being the leech on an 18th century unwashed syphilitic dick.
Oh, that poor fucking leech.
Rights for leeches.
The leeches need a parade. They march and get their medals.
Yeah, as they get closer, they just with an assault. Just
Go to burn them off with a cigarette like in the 70s, and the leech just grabs the cigarette like, I need this more.
oh.
Blah.
Seriously, I don't know how civilization ever. How were people doing it? Everyone was so dirty and covered in sores and scabs. Ugh.
Let's hear it for our scabby ancestors.
Doing it.
Oh.
But the thing is, they both have to be upwind from each other. So how does that happen? Because you couldn't be downwind from the other person.
And the glory hole was invented. Crotchless chaps.
There was no glory in that
There was
hole.
no glory. That was a shame tunnel, that was.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord.
What? Oh, he's wearing fresh dick leeches.
Oh, he remembered our anniversary.
Don't rub it too hard, you'll hit the leeches.
Oh, my God. If you did it with your dick leeches on,
Yeah.
is that the 19th century equivalent of ribbed for her pleasure?
Oh.
Get him to move about.
Oh. Throw some salt in there, they get really squirmy. Oh. Oh, filled with the salty pleasures.
Oh.
Like a freshly tinned kipper. Oh.
Actually, we'll come to that later on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
On the 2nd of April, 1892, Dr. Cream employed the services of a young prostitute named Louise Harvey.
Oh.
That didn't necessarily deserve a dramatic pause, but it got one.
It's not a dramatic pause when you're drinking.
Oh, I forget they're looking at us.
I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just dramatic.
My desk at work.
Exit the bus, pursued by a bear.
Shut up. It was very dramatic for Louise Harvey.
It would have been.
At the end of the doctor's appointment, he offered her 2 pills, which he insisted.
Is he Morpheus? Take the red pill.
The extended Matrix scene.
We're for 2 pills to a 18th century sex worker. Are they both cocaine? Yeah.
Well, they both rectally. Well, of course.
We've come up with a new super medicine. We roll a leech in the cocaine and you let it crawl up your bum.
God bless the NHS.
As you salute and clap the nurses while a fucking leech
leech
salutes as it climbs up your anus.
He just put up a little British flag.
For king and country. Oh.
Some Americans just taking photographs.
If you stand next to the guards, they get angry. It's because his leech is screaming.
You know why they stand so still?
Can't let the leech fall out. Must get maximum benefit. Only get 2 government leeches a month.
Oh my God. Doing better than the American. Those leeches are $50,000 a pop.
Yeah. Leeches, $50,000.
People are losing their hearts for those leeches. Oh my God. Oh, I love healthcare.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know where I was. I don't think oh my God, let me have another drink.
Drama. I'll just have a drama pause.
That's right, Louise Harvey. At the end of the doctor's appointment, he offered her 2 pills. You're a prostitute. You've just had sex. Well, thank you very much. Here's a shilling and a vitamin.
It's shaped like the Flintstones.
Oh, my God. Oh, it doesn't need to be potassium. I just got a load of that.
Oh, God.
He offered, would it be nice, Jane, to have the potassium in me and not in me hair?
Oh.
He offered her 2 pills, which he insisted she take immediately.
Okay.
The young woman pretended to swallow the pills and then spat them out as soon as the doctor had left.
Good work.
That's it. You know, ladies, you need to... we need to teach women that it's more important to be safe than it is to be nice.
Yes.
Or, you know, polite. Or like, oh, I don't want to be rude. Be rude.
You've got to be the safest motherfucker I know. Oh, you're Fort Knox. You'd melt paint with your tongue. Ever fucking give someone a mouthful that's like those Hiroshima stains, just people just poof, gone.
I was thinking of the Goldfinger, just all these American soldiers walking up, just nope. We can't all be your grandmother. Calm down.
Shush.
So she did the smart thing, pretended to take them, and then just spat them out.
Good move.
And she lived. 9 days later, on the 11th of April, Dr. Cream employed the services of 2 young female prostitutes.
Okay.
Alice Marsh and Emma Shrivel, which is an unfortunate name for a prostitute. I wonder if that was her name or just her nickname.
Yeah. And this is Daisy Can't Get It Up.
This is Daddy Make Your Cock Soft.
Vanessa, how did it go inside me? Like a turtle's head.
My name is Jenny. You call that a dick? Bobbins.
Bobbins? What's the pop at the end of it?
It's a traditional name. It's a... Well, because this is like, remember, like all the like the British names, like it all descended from like what your job was become like your last name. So, you know, the Bakers became Bakers and Cockshrivels became Cockshrivels.
Elizabeth Rough Wristy.
I was going to say there's nothing rough about it, but we all know that's a lie.
That's a lie.
So, Dr. Creamy spent the night in the lady's flat. That would have cost a pretty penny.
They would have.
In the morning, the doctor gave the women 3 pills each. For their health, he assured them,
Yes.
as well. Remember, you should always tip your prostitute, all right? It's nice to tip your prostitute,
Yeah.
especially if they've gone above and beyond. I think especially if the 2 prostitutes have let you stay in their flat all night long, that deserves a tip.
That deserves tip and breakfast.
Well, so
Yep.
he tipped them 3 vitamin pills each and a can of tinned salmon.
Oh. Oh, really? Oh, man.
I guess a can of tinned salmon was sexier back in 1891 London than it is.
Oh, it's not kippers.
I opened this up and it smelt really fishy and it reminded me of you.
Oh.
So I don't know if he stood there and insisted he watch them like eat the salmon. But both women were found dead later that night.
Oh.
Both had been killed by strychnine poisoning. The press began to refer to the unknown killer as the Lambeth poisoner.
I mean, that's the suburb. That's localised. Yeah.
Dr. Cream may not have been associated with these murders had he not taken it upon himself to accuse one of his neighbours, Joseph Harper, of the murders.
Holy fuck.
Telling Harper that he had incriminating proof that would prove Harper killed Alice Marsh and Emma Shrivel, but that he could be convinced to not give that evidence to the police for the sum of... So we started at 300,000.
Yeah.
We worked our way down to 25,000.
Yep.
What do you think he's aiming for these days?
Look, his costs are a trip to Canada, 500 pills, and a tin of salmon. He's got to get some ROI on this.
Absolutely.
So I'm guessing it's about £2,500.
£1,500.
Oh my God. Wow, this is bargain basement extortion at this point.
Oh my God, welcome to like Patreon 1891.
I'll give you a shout out in my next extortion letter.
Joseph Harper, oh my God, I could use your salmon in a murder. Joseph Harper refused to pay any money.
No.
And Dr. Cream took this rejection. How do you think he's going to take this rejection?
Pretty well.
Like,
Pretty
oh my God,
well.
like I accused you of murder. Yeah. And I said I'd go to the police if you didn't. And now you're refusing. What do you think I'm going to do?
He's gonna double down.
Actually, he just kind of gave up and lost interest in the blackmail and just,
He shriveled.
yeah. Went on to scrapbooking or something.
Well, that didn't work.
I guess I've got to do my taxes.
What do I do now?
Yeah. I'm going to go to the shops. I'm all out of salmon. Now, given the quality of policing back in the day, the police may have never even linked Dr. Cream to these murders.
No.
Considering that they did not even realise that Matilda Clover had actually been murdered.
No.
Alcoholism.
They thought it was alcoholism.
Yeah. On that note.
Drama pause.
Dr. Cream had lost interest in the blackmail, but had not lost interest in the case. And Dr. Creamy would often boast to anyone who would listen about all of his in-depth knowledge on the case of the Lambeth poisoner.
He knows how to keep a low profile, doesn't he?
Doesn't he, though?
He's the Flavor Flav of being a fucking cop magnet.
He even took a man called John Haynes on a sort of true crime walking tour of the murders, showing him all of the murder locations.
Okay.
Including the murder that no one suspected was a murder at this stage.
Why?
Dr. Creamy then took a Mr. McIntyre on a walking tour, taking him to all of the murder locations again. However, Mr. McIntyre, it turns out, was also a police sergeant
Oh my God.
from America who was on holidays. So after that, he just randomly met this guy like in a pub.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, you're from America. Oh my God, I'm from America. Oh my God, you want to go see what some prostitutes done? Bring some salmon.
This very much sounds like how you picked up a New York fireman after 9/11.
I was being a patriot, all right? I did my bit. What did you do? Yeah.
Sorry, if I had a time machine, I'd go back in time and fuck a guy who definitely was not pretending.
He was
definitely not pretending to be a fireman from New York.
He was a fireman from New York. I fucking healed that man. I healed a part of his soul
It wasn't his soul.
with my fanny.
That's where they keep the soul? It's so big.
It is not.
I was talking about him.
I do kegels.
I was talking
Kegels.
about your fucking fireman extending the ladder.
I extended his ladder, but
Hey.
so the American police sergeant took him on the locations. The police sergeant decided to inform the London police of Dr. Cream.
Funnily enough.
Oh, what do you
Who
know?
would have thunk it?
And Interpol was born.
I hate that band.
It turns out another police officer, PC Cumley,
Oh, no. Get Cumley on the case.
not in your hair.
There's enough on the case already, sir. The sex workers, sir.
That's the whole problem.
That's the problem. There's cum on everything, sir. The vitamin pills and jizz everywhere. It looks like a fucking... It looks like a body in an insecure teenager's room.
Do I smell salmon?
Now it smells like pineapple, son.
PC Cumley had seen both Alice Marsh and Emma Shrivel on the night of their death and had seen both of them with the same... This is the police officer's description.
Yeah.
Okay. This is PC Cumley's description of Dr. Creamy. A tall gentleman with cross eyes and bushy whiskers.
Yeah, that's the picture. Yeah.
And had been watching Dr. Cream since.
Oh.
The police then uncovered Dr. Cream's attempts to blackmail his neighbour. Oh, what do you know? They came out. Who knew?
Who knew?
The police were now suspicious. Suspicious. What does it take? Matilda Clover's alcoholism case was reopened, and Dr. Cream was charged on the 3rd of June 1892 for the murder of Clover, Donworth, Marsh and Shrivel, as well as the attempted murder of Harvey, as well as extortion.
And the mistreatment of several Queen's leeches.
The case ran from the 17th to the 21st of October 1892.
The 17th to the 21st. That's 3 days, 4 days. That's quick. That's quick for a murder trial.
None of these 6 months of,
No.
we have other things to do. The jury took... How long do you think it took the jury to find him guilty? Now, I don't say anything ridiculous, like they obviously discussed it in great detail.
Yeah.
But what do you think is like the average time that they would find someone guilty? This is multiple murders.
I would say less than 2 hours.
12 minutes.
12 minutes? 12 minutes.
And it's probably like 5 minutes to get out the back and sit down, another 5 minutes.
Wow.
It took them 12 minutes to find Dr. Cream guilty on all counts.
Wow.
On all counts.
12 minutes.
The doctor got creamed and was sentenced to hang.
Good.
Less than a month later, so none of this fucking about.
No appeals here.
No. Dr. Cream was curdled by hanging on November the 15th, 1892. Now, this is where things double down and get doubly interesting.
That's a dramatic drink.
The executioner, James Billington, was there to hear Dr. Cream's extraordinary last words.
Okay.
At first, the executioner attempted to claim that Dr. Cream's last words were, and he waited until the moment literally just as
Oh, really?
the floor is falling away, to exclaim, "I am Jack." Before the floor dropped and he fell through, James Billington tried to dine out on the claim that he was in fact the man who had executed Jack the Ripper.
Oh, yeah.
Because you remember, they never found Jack the Ripper.
No.
It just sort of conveniently stopped,
Yeah.
Somewhere
in darkest Whitechapel is a woman with a cardigan with purple cats on it being chatted up by an executioner claiming to have killed Jack the Ripper.
Uh-huh.
And you fucked him because you're a patriot.
Such a hater. I care. Okay, I care about my country. And other countries that I'm not even...
Pussy patriot, spread and fur the troops.
Learn it from your grandmother.
Get on my back so they can raise the flag of Iwo Jima directly into me. Like a golf hole.
Oh my god. These days it's more like putt-putt. You gotta like shoot it through the cats and around like the cryptid books and
then there's a clown that laughs and spits it back out.
There's no clowns.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, crowds are... There's a reason Gacy was a clown.
Oh,
Creepy.
yeah.
Oh, Lord. So, yes, he attempted to dime out on the fact that he was the man who had finally got Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
However, no one else present claimed to have heard that statement.
Oh.
So there's a lot of people up there and around, and they were like, he was not trying to say, "I am Jack the Ripper." There is also the fact that Dr. Cream was imprisoned in America at the time of the actual murders.
Yeah.
So you remember there was that one time where he was caught and was actually in prison for 10 years.
Yeah.
So small matter to be like, no, probably not the murderer.
Yeah.
Some conspiracy theorists, now I always love it, like going down the rabbit hole of like bizarre conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Some conspiracy theorists claim that Dr. Cream had a stand-in in prison.
What is he, fucking MF Doom?
Yeah.
What the...
But even if that was true, it makes no sense that Dr. Cream would poison women, then go on a period where he was like mutilating women.
Stabby.
And then go back to poisoning.
Yeah, no.
Like murderers, serial killers, they don't do that.
No.
Like you have your MO. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. So that also makes it very unlikely.
Yes.
Excuse me. I know what's coming.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna... Let me just down it.
Another little drama break. Oh, my goodness.
This is the greatest. One biographer of Dr. Cream noted at the end, let's just say Dr. Cream was not the bravest soul
No.
that had ever met his fate.
No.
A lot of them do crumble at the time
I could imagine.
of retribution.
Yes.
I imagine it's like Ghost. They start hearing that as the shadows start moving towards them.
Yeah.
This is the more accepted of what actually happens. We didn't say Jack the Ripper. It was just a guy trying to get laid.
Yeah.
So at the end, Dr. Cream was so petrified that he had actually began to shit his pants just before they hang him.
I imagine that's quite common.
So he was visibly shaking and in terror. And just before his death, he let out the remark when he realised as he began to shat himself, which caused his final words to be, "I am ejaculating!"
Are you serious? What?
Those are the final words of Dr. Cream. I am ejaculating.
Wow. Oh my God. Is he shitting himself or is he doing a number 3? What's he doing?
All of his leeches popped out.
They've all just come fucking flying out. Oh, me leeches.
It was really embarrassing when you mean to say one word, but then you say another word.
Yeah.
You know, like when you call your teacher mum.
Yeah.
Maybe he just locked eyes with Dr. Cumley. I don't know, PC Cumley, who knows. But the Lambeth poisoner, the abortion baby Guinness Book World Record holder of America's final words were, "I am ejaculating."
Can you imagine going home with someone,
Oh God, I hope they...
getting into bed, everything's going great until at the last minute you catch a glimpse of their face as they go into the rictus and say, "I am ejaculating." And then monocle pops out of their eye dramatically. "Oh dear, I appear to have colonized your antipodes."
Oh my God.
I am ejaculating. I think that's what Elon Musk says.
That's the British Empire.
That is the British Empire.
Oh God! Because you know, there used to be that habit of they would put your final words on your tomb,
Yeah.
just on your grave.
Yeah.
But maybe because of that, he was eventually he was marked and buried in an unmarked grave, where doggers can now ejaculate.
Oh.
Oh my God!
Where his fans go and leave vitamin pills.
I mean, we have had some outstanding like last words, like "take heed of evil company," like all that's scary, mysterious, dignified.
Yeah.
Again, my favourite. "Don't look at my knickers when I'm dead."
Such is life.
Such is life, and now I am ejaculating. Hang on a minute.
Just hold me.
Hang on. Tickle my balls.
I'm going for 2. It's a record. I've never done this before, I swear.
Quickly, someone pop the salmon can.
Stick the leech in me. Do it now. Let it crawl into me like those bugs in X-Files. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. There's our next bit of merch.
I am ejaculating.
Ejaculation.
You've got to say it like a transformer. I am ejaculating.
You turn into a leech.
Syphilis bot, roll out.
Oh my God. That's, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even bring an end to like this episode because I've never been able to get past Like the greatest last words.
That's amazing. I am ejaculating.
Do you think there was a part of him where he was like, that's not what I meant? But now they're gonna think,
Oh, no. I think I went down all guns blazing. I'm really into choking.
Oh my God, there's his like mother in the front row. It's awkward now. It's just awkward.
The priest who's there to... There's a funeral director suddenly giving his coffin lid a teepee tent. Gotta fit him in. He died doing what he loved.
Oh, well, that'll make the body lighter to carry, I guess.
3 grams. Just shoots a leech across the room like a nail gun.
One last victim.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But no one can blame the executioner for trying to spin that story. Can you imagine how hard it'd be to pick up? What do you do for a living? I kill murderers. State-sponsored violence, actually.
You know what? To be honest, I kind of think maybe the executioner was he was just trying to block it out and he just went to his happy place and just found the fact that he had like executed Jack the Ripper more agreeable than the fact that he was right next to a man as he screamed, I am ejaculating.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to be within earshot of someone coming.
Oh.
We've all stayed in backpackers hostels.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And you're the one who put the noose on him, so it's kind of like,
oh, you did it.
yeah,
Oh.
you're involved weirdly, like you're part of his sex play. Oh, I feel so dirty.
Oh, I jacked a man off. Give me some leeches.
You are my PC comely. Ah! Oh, yeah. So, my advice to all of our listeners out there, is perhaps, just, and hopefully it won't come for like decades to come, but maybe just be prepared if suddenly your last moment is beset upon you. Maybe have a pre-think about what you think your final words want to be.
Yes.
Like, can you imagine Star Trek Generations if, like, instead of like, oh my, Captain Kirk just like looked up into space and was just like, I am ejaculating.
I know, Jim. I know.
Kind of would have been more appropriate, to be honest. I think, yeah. So just maybe think about.
Frankly, my dear, I'm ejaculating.
We're gonna need a bigger ejaculation. Just think about, run it through your mind. Actually say it out loud.
Luke, I am ejaculating.
As he chops his hand off.
And then just takes his head.
I'm gonna need this.
Here's a tin of salmon. Oh my God.
Oh dear.
Wow. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just think about your final last words, and maybe your last words want to be something more like, come over here, baby, because I'm a Mothman, and real Mothman eat the carpet.
Or there's no in necrophilia.
I am ejaculating.
Dear me. Let's end this madness. Live show's coming soon.